the first S10 Plus to be delivered to a consumer here in Singapore. What's up guys, Eyes here of coznowEIZcan. Thanks for visiting my channel. This is where I share my thoughts, feedback on tech items or gadgets that I use or pique my interest. So on 4th March, I received the S10 Plus, and not just any Samsung S10 or S10 Plus, but the very first one to be delivered to a consumer here in Singapore. A huge thanks to Lazada Singapore for having that contest, and I was fortunate enough to be the 10th person to pre-order the S10 Plus on their website. So we didn't just receive the Samsung Buds and the wireless pad duo that you get when you do a pre-order, but we actually got the Samsung S10 Plus for free. Yes, my 1TB Samsung S10 Plus, which retails roughly around 1600 USD, is free. And thank you to Lazada Singapore for that. So for today, I just want to do a quick unboxing of the Samsung S10 Plus and give you guys some initial feedback that I have on aesthetics. This new Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus actually comes in a packaging similar to my S8 Plus a couple of years ago. Opening the box, you'll be greeted by your Samsung S10 Plus, which on my end I got on the ceramic black 1TB storage. You will also get your travel charger. You will have a USB-C adapter. You will get your standard USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And you will have your AKG 3.5mm headphone. And make sure that you check the cover of the box, because that's where you'll find this package that houses some of the documentation, your SIM card pin ejector, and a clear case for your S10 Plus. Now let's have a look at the S10 Plus. Now for most of you guys who have been watching this channel, you know that I'm using an S8 Plus for some of my mobile shots. And comparing it to the S10, you won't really see a major difference on the aesthetics right away. The S10 Plus does feel a bit thicker and heavier, which could be due to the 1TB storage and also the 4100 mAh battery that it has. Just going through the perimeter of the phone, on the left hand side, it's similar to your S8 Plus where you have the volume buttons and your Bixby button. On the right hand side, you have the power button, but on the S10 Plus, just a slight difference because it's a bit higher than the one on the S8 Plus. On the top part, you have your SIM card tray and what looks like a microphone for both of them. And on the bottom, you have your 3.5mm jack, your USB-C port, your microphone, and your speaker. It's worth mentioning that on the top part also, there's a difference between where the speaker has been placed, because on the top surface on the S8 Plus, you'll be able to see it here. Now on the S10 Plus, it has been pushed to the edge. Looking at it closely, there are three main things that I could notice, which are differences between the S8 Plus and the S10 Plus. First thing would be your display screen. S8 Plus, you will see that there is actually a top and bottom border, but on the S10 Plus, this has already been consumed by the display, and on the top part where your dual camera is, that's aligned now to your notifications bar. So this gives you guys owning the new Samsung Galaxy S10 or S10 Plus a larger real estate in terms of the display. The second one that you'll also be able to notice is that there are differences in terms of the cameras. S8 Plus has your standard front and back camera, but on the S10 Plus, you actually have 3 cameras at the back, 2 cameras at the front. Your front cameras will be comprised of a 10-megapixel selfie camera and an 8-megapixel RGB depth camera. Your back cameras, on the other hand, will have a 12-megapixel telephoto with a field of view of 45 degrees, a 12-megapixel wide angle, which has a field of view of 77 degrees, and 16-megapixel ultra-wide that gives you 123 degrees of field of view. And lastly, one of the major differences that I've seen on the S10 S8 Plus and the S10 Plus would be the placement of the fingerprint scanner. On the S8 Plus, the fingerprint scanner is on the back, and now with the S10 Plus, you actually have it here on this area at the bottom. Now the overall feel of the Samsung S10 Plus is quite similar to the S8 Plus. It's just that this one seems to be built tighter, if that could be possible, and the aesthetics, especially the ceramic finish at the back, is really quite nice. Now, being an avid Galaxy user, I didn't think that I'll be impressed any further with the display, but you know, Samsung AMOLED, dynamic AMOLED Infinity O display is just amazing. It's just mind-blowing. I mean, the vibrance and the colors, I'm not sure if I'm able to show it to you guys on this video, but if you have a Samsung shop near you, I highly recommend going to these shops and just have a look at that display. I mean, the S8 Plus's display is already amazing, but this one is just awesome. Now, this one is not on the aesthetics anymore, but one thing that I actually liked when I just played around with the S10 Plus was that the speakers now play stereo music. So you get the top and the bottom speakers working together to give you like a stereo sound, which is quite cool. But let me just play something real quick here. So now you actually hear stereo sound, and I find that there's actually less stress on the treble now. So that's a good plus, especially to music lovers like me. Well guys, that's it for now. I just really wanted to do a quick unboxing of this new Galaxy phone by Samsung, and just did a quick comparison with my S8 Plus so that previous Galaxy users would have also an idea what they're getting on the S10 Plus. Now I definitely need a bit of more time in terms of using the S10 Plus, playing around with it, but I'll come up with future videos that sample like the cameras, the 3 cameras at the back and the 2 cameras at the front, and other features of the S10 Plus. So stay tuned for that. Again, a huge thanks to Lazada Singapore. They did not sponsor this video, but because of their contest, I got my S10 Plus for free. Okay, so if you guys have any comments, suggestions, or questions, feel free to leave them on the comment section below. I'll definitely have the Samsung S10 Plus tech page on the description box so that you guys could browse all the new features and functions of the S10 Plus. If you like the video, click on the like button and consider subscribing and clicking on the bell so that you get notified if I post something new. Alright guys, until the next video, let's all remember, we're all here to learn. Peace.